Chapter 1. That we were all so happy. It seems unimaginable, all that happiness wrecked. Quote by Paula Hawkins. Those we love and lose are always connected by heartstrings into infinity. Quote by Terry Guillemetz. Grief is the last act of love we have to give those we love. Where there is deep grief, there was great love. Quote by Robert Orr, Kindle Hospice. What could be the worst of the curse? Ask the parents who have lost their child. What was it like to live a life after you bid farewell to your child? It was similar to the epidemic that would leave you with nothing but hurt. No word could measure the pain of those who have lost their child. But look at us here. We are courageous enough to lay down our pain on a blank slate. We no longer care if our tears swamp the whole town. We have a story to tell. How death ingested the life of our only son. The story of our happy household began in South America, at a quiet place in Guyana called Linden, where our son Marvin Allen Clarke entered the world on the 25th of June, 1990. From the moment he drew his first breath, we could sense the contagious happiness taking over our surroundings. Those were some beautiful days of our lives when our family felt whole on its own. Marvin was an intelligent child whose heart was captured by technology. It was as if every technological advancement spoke a secret language to him, and he was obliged to decipher each one. He never feared taking risks. For him, losing was not equivalent to failure, and giving up was not an option. He was not among the quitters, but was born to conquer the world. However, we still believe his destiny betrayed him. Fast forward to the year 2000. Our family decided to travel across oceans and land to a historically beautiful place called London. It was during this time, around the age of 9, when we learned about our son's diagnosis of sickle cell disease, a genetic disorder that left us in a state of utter misery. In my early years as a healthcare professional, I dedicated many years to providing compassionate care to children impacted by sickle cell disease. However, we never anticipated that this condition would one day affect our own family. While we were apprehensive about the challenges it would bring into our lives, we were prepared to confront any difficulties head-on. We did not weigh our options when our child's happiness was at stake. But what could have been done when his enemy was no external force, but a defect in his genes? Understanding sickle cell disease. Sickle cell disease, SCD, is a genetic disorder characterized by abnormal hemoglobin, known as hemoglobin S, HbS, which causes red blood cells to become rigid and sickle-shaped under certain conditions. This alteration in red blood cell morphology leads to a variety of clinical manifestations, including chronic hemolytic anemia, vaso-occlusive pain crises, and end organ damage. SCD is a complex condition with diverse clinical presentations and complications. It affects individuals of African, Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, and South Asian descent, as well as those with ancestry from regions where malaria is endemic. The disease is inherited in an autosomal recessive pattern, with individuals inheriting 2 copies of the HbS gene, one from each parent, being affected. The clinical course of SCD is variable, with some individuals experiencing mild symptoms and others facing severe complications that can significantly impact their quality of life and longevity.